We got to talk about some Planet Coaster too. All right, guys. Well, man, this video is so much weirder to make now than it was 3 months ago, particularly in the light of the redundancies and all the layoffs we've seen and how it's actually happened now. And a lot of the devs that we've worked with and PR and marketing community teams seem to be hit really, really hard with the Frontier mess. I just think now more than ever, like there are definitely more questions now than there are answers. Even when we were covering this, at the end of summer, beginning of fall, I don't like. That's kind of why I'm here. Like, what do you guys think? In light of the news that we've heard and these people being let off, let go, Frontier obviously not treading water very, very well, it would seem. Are we farther away from these games materializing, or do you think we're closer because Frontier seriously needs a win? They need something to get they need some wind in their sails. This is just a really weird, bad time. I think for them as a company, and Obsidian Ant always does a good job covering Frontier news and particulars with the financing and what's going on that side of things. I don't really know much on that side. I know we will get a pretty good, we'll probably have a pretty interesting shareholder meeting at probably the right in the middle of January. So probably a month from now, they'll come out and they'll do, like, I believe what they call their mid-year results. So I'm thinking we will hear more about what is planned. It just seems kind of weird. Like, you wouldn't think they would announce we're working on 3 new creative management sims, like, if they didn't have the manpower to do it or the resources to make it happen. So I guess being an optimist, all I can think right now is I would assume Planet Coaster 2, it's still being developed. That's just the optimist in me. Now, if you guys think differently, if you think, because I was talking to Lion Rider and Leaf about this, and Lion Rider's kind of a little bit on the fence now, more than he was 3 months ago, of like active development of Planet Coaster 2. Is this something that's even happening right now? Are we talking about maybe, are they going to try a different planet universe, planet whatever, Planet City? Please, God, don't let it be like Planet Soccer or something. And then, the good thing is we know that it's going to be in the creative management sim drama. So, or genre. It's not going to be like a F1 manager. I think that they absolutely know they can't go down that road. They need something that is going to bring back the Planet Coaster core players, and what is going to attract those Planet Zoo players that are going to want to, try out the new bells and whistles of what's presumably going to be the Cobra Engine. And the Cobra Engine is what Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo, Jurassic World Evolution, Elite Dangerous. The Cobra Engine is Frontier's proprietary engine. So, not to go into a big tangent about that, but you guys know you've got Unreal Engine, you've got Unity, which is what Prehistoric Kingdom uses. Frontier doesn't use those things mostly. They use their in-house, what they call the Cobra Engine, have used it forever. And so, there are so many what ifs right now. I'm hoping, like, maybe you guys that have a little more knowledge in this than me could answer some of these open-ended questions. Like, is there a strong case for a Planet Coaster 2 to be next, to kind of reintroduce Frontier back into their core of what they're known for? Or like I said, do they try something goofy that's, maybe not as well tested, maybe it's not as found its audience yet? Man, it's like I said, I just don't know what direction to even lead you guys in with this. It's as ever a toss up now as it's ever been, given the we don't even know like how much of Frontier has been affected. Like on the we heavily know the community side, the marketing side, the PR side. Those have been heavily affected by the redundancies. But what's been affected by like the capture artists? Have they let a bunch of programmers go? Have coders have been to let go? Gameplay designers have a bunch of their producers. Have they had to been let go? We don't know the internal state of Frontier right now. We don't know if it's an absolute train wreck. One can assume it possibly is, especially with getting rid of this many people right before the holidays, and possibly even people there, like, not feeling like they want to even work on this stuff now. They're getting ready to take their big Christmas break where they're not even going to come back until probably mid-January. There are just, and then, we're kind of sitting here tripping about if this game's going to come out or not, with literally probably hundreds of people have actively already lost their jobs. I know it's kind of our job to cover this stuff, and I've been on board with Frontier a long time. This is the last thing that I wanted to see. I just think I think this was just higher up bad decisions. This was bad high level management. I think this was bad. Like, nobody was professionally reading the room at Frontier for the last 3 years. We know COVID hit everybody. Everybody on this planet was affected. We know they had to do a lot of shifting and work from home and hybrid work. But that's still, I don't think COVID negates the bad upper leadership decisions to jump into these forays that that just haven't bear any fruit. I'm sure that there wasn't any like ill content of like not wanting to do good or wanting the studio to fail. I think it was one of those weird things, like with their desire to diversify, it's all led to this. They essentially, it's just like these last few years, they created games nobody asked for. And it's like Drew was talking about, like, we were just going back and forth, and we probably need to do a Take Two podcast about this, just kind of about them, fumbling this bag. Drew was talking about they had the blueprint for success and said, no, we're not going to do that. It's like one of those tried and true moments where the devs say, we know the games we want to make. Well, that doesn't always translate to what your fans want to play. And that is just kind of one of the most flabbergasting about this is the resources kept being put into development of games that nobody was wanting to play. Like, these games were, especially the Frontier Foundry, those games were freaking tanking one after another. You were stacking up L's. Like, why didn't somebody like, I am not the head of a multi-million-dollar dev studio, but I don't have to be to tell somebody like, hey guys, This shit, like, nobody's playing this shit. Let's give them can we work on a Planet game? Like, do we have anybody that we can, like, hey, y'all, start on a Planet game. This shit ain't working. They ain't playing this. We ain't gonna have jobs. Like, bro, nobody said that nobody in a meeting said that in 3 years. This isn't working. Let's go back to the Planet series. Let's make a hospital game. Let's make a Planet game. Let's follow, let's follow Paradox. Let's try a city game. It just seems like, where were the adults in the room as they kind of watched their company take this dive? Like, where were the shareholders? I don't own any stock in Frontier, but if I did and I was in on these meetings, I'd be like, what the F, guys? Where are your core titles at? What are y'all doing? What is this? This is not making us money. Nobody is playing this. You've diversified us out of a company. You've diversified us into Steam bin discount sales. And the only bright spot is Planet Zoo still chugging along. And that's just really kind of goes to a really dedicated, very knowledgeable fan base that didn't have a zoo game to play for 15 years. I just don't know. I'd leave the question to you guys. Where are we? Does Planet Coaster 2 happen next? Do they go down a weird road? Like, what is going on? I don't know. I don't have any answers for you, but I know we haven't covered Planet Coaster 2 in a while. We kind of got a little excited when they announced that 3 games are coming, but I'm not convinced yet that they are in the headspace to pull themselves out of this hole. That, for all intents and purposes, kind of seems self-inflicted. Now, you guys know I've been the biggest Frontier fanboy for 2012, 2011. Since RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 days, like when I was, getting into PC gaming and had adult money, and I don't get it. I hope we have some answers. I hope they're able to right the ship, and nobody wants to see them have to go down this road. Nobody wants to see redundancies and layoffs from our buddies and, these people we worked with for years. But, man, some stinky decisions were made, and, and people's jobs are the price of these dumb decisions, So anyways, you guys let me know. I know we got on a little bit of a rant here. Didn't talk too much about Planet Coaster 2, but just kind of wanted to jump in and get your guys' thoughts and what you think. I know this is a little bit of a downer video, but sometimes you got to throw these in there. You got to let it out or you'll stew on it. But anyways, guys, I'll go ahead and let you go. Oh, if you're around tomorrow, if you're watching this on December 6th, we're going to live stream the Game Awards starting at 7:30 tomorrow. So if you get a chance, jump back on here and hang out with us. I know the Game Awards usually suck. Nobody cares. But they usually do at least have some good premieres. We'll get to see maybe if there's any games out there that interest you that are coming. So stop by. We'll hang out for a little bit. As long as it's not a complete dud and we don't just back out after an hour. But anyways, guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.